The current immigration bill has over 100 amendments. How do we sort through all of them? I'm Rachel Oliphant, and this is Heritage in Focus.
Well, the first thing to realize is that this is a very important bill that has not gone through the usual vetting process that major bills go through. There have been no committee hearings where experts come in and tell the senators what's right and what's wrong with the legislation. There have been no markup sessions in the subcommittee and the full committee where amendments can be offered and the bill can be refined. Instead, it went straight to the Senate floor. And now the leadership of the Senate is trying to telescope this entire process within about 2 weeks, a very artificial constraint. Why is it artificial? It's very rare that the Senate gets to consider a bill of this magnitude. This is a bill that's going to determine the flow of future immigrants into America for decades. And it's not the kind of bill that really ought to be artificially constrained in terms of debate, in terms of amendments, in terms of really considering the pros and the cons of what the drafters decided to do. So far, we have over 100 amendments that have been filed by a wide variety of senators of both the right and the left. There's a rumor that there's at least another 100 amendments under consideration that will be also filed. That's a market test. The Senate wants to debate this. They want to have a full, open, and detailed debate. It is the world's most deliberative body. There's no reason to constrain that debate. Now, a couple of these amendments are what they call deal breakers. One amendment by Robert Menendez of New Jersey would actually change the nature of the immigration flow and reestablish something the bill's trying to change, which is put in place family reunification as the primary mode of immigration into this country, where an individual immigrant gets to bring in extended family as well as immediate family. If that passes, that would be a deal breaker. Another deal breaker, Senator John Cornyn of Texas wants to broaden the scope of immigrants who can be denied citizen status because they've committed crimes, identity theft, felonies, absconding from immigration court orders, and that sort of thing. Now, if that passes, that's also a deal breaker. Again, this is a bill of enormous magnitude. It deserves the full attention and deliberation of the world's most deliberative body. And anyone who's trying to telescope this debate into just 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks really ought to think again and give the American people what they deserve.
Immigration reform will shape our nation for generations to come. Let's take the time now to make the best decisions for America. I'm Rachel Oliphant, and this is Heritage in Focus. For more information, log on to heritage.org.